Trevor Noah's biography paints a clear portrait of what it was like for him to grow up during and after apartheid in South Africa. His father was white, his mother black, and he was called colored. Whites and blacks interacting, besides in a working relationship, was forbidden, so Trevor even existing was proof of a significant crime. So much so that at times his parents were forced to shun and ignore him in order for them all to survive. The main takeaways from his book are: racism is a vicious social construct. His mother played a pivotal role in his life, and crime is black and white in the eyes of the law, but gray in the life of the criminal. The overall theme of Trevor Noah's autobiography was that due to his skin color he was ostracized. From being kept in his grandma's house so the police wouldn't take him to, his mother hiring colored women to walk with him in front of her so they wouldn't be arrested, Trevor Noah belonged to no racial group. In South Africa, Trevor was born during the end of the South African apartheid, which is highly segregated racism. Apartheid not only pits white people against blacks, but it also pits blacks against blacks based on their ethnicities and cultures. The tribes of South Africa had hierarchies, different languages, and different levels of freedoms and prosperities. This was done intentionally to cause maximum distrust and strife. For Trevor Noah, he was considered colored, not black, and not light enough to be considered white by the government. However, he was light-skinned compared to his mother's people that black South Africans considered him white, and he was ridiculed by his mother's black family, especially her father. Originally, because of his lighter skin and his aptitude tests, Trevor was placed in the classes at Maryvale College. But during a recess, he saw black kids that weren't in any of his classes. He realized, because of being raised in the tribal neighborhoods with his cousins, that he identified as black. He spoke their languages, was poor as most of them, and had to deal with the racism they endured. He didn't feel those same connections to the white, Asian, or Indian peers. Eventually, he made the decision to talk to the school counselor and request that he be taken out of the A classes with the white and privileged students and placed in the B classes with the black students. His counselor spent a great deal of time trying to convince him of the mistake he would be making and how it would negatively impact all his future choices if he chose to go to the B classes. Trevor Noah understood the ramifications of his decision, but he didn't care. Living in apartheid, there is no law as the rest of the world understands it. The idea that if someone commits a crime, the objective, impartial law is called to rectify the situation is something that didn't even remotely exist for Trevor Noah or any other non-white people of South Africa. The title of the book, Born a Crime, pays testament to the ludicrous state of the law in South Africa. His parents literally could have been imprisoned and punished for having sex, let alone intentionally conceiving a child. Trevor couldn't even walk down the street with either parent until apartheid was abolished. He was too light to be his mother's son and too dark to be his father's son.